Hi my angel fairies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing, gorgeous, abundant day. In today's video, we're going to be talking and discussing healthy habits that help change my life for the better. We're going to get into all the good shit, how this helps me, what has been going on in my life, and why I use this in order to do it. So if you guys do like this video, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you won't miss a video from me. Let's hop into this whore. So this past year, honestly, the past 12 months have been hell on earth, hell. I've kind of come to this concept that hell and heaven only exist on earth for me. So it was hell this past year. I've been learning a lot. I had a lot of lessons, a lot of trials, a lot of obstacles that I had to overcome, and literally went back into like my depressive state and mode. I went back to binge eating. I went back to just not doing anything whenever I felt bad and sad. Like I literally just regressed because that year was so hectic for me. It was the first time moving out on my own and kind of navigating this life as an adult on my own while also caring for another person. I had changes within my business. I had changes within myself. I had changes within my friendships. I cultivated friendships. I lost friendships. Like it was just a lot of things happening. And finally that time of my life is literally over. I talked about this in my last video. So if you guys would like a more in-depth explanation about it, it's in my last video. It's a vlog, it's going to be up there. But yeah, I was going through that. So that year was just a lot of self-sacrifice, a lot of changes and obstacles and trials and tribulations, and yo, that shit was not for the weak. Yikes. The best thing I could say for you guys to prepare you is to just really have a handle on like healthy habits or habits that can kind of keep you grounded and sacred, because it's going to be hell. I can't explain it in a better way. Like I am grateful for all the experiences that I went through this past 12 months because I learned a lot. So now I have, lessons to take with me down the line, and like I can get shit together. Like I know what to do now. I cannot explain it in a good way. Like I got like, good things happening from this year, but it was a lot. It was mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually draining. Like it was so draining. As soon as I turned 22, shit said literally. So now I'm rebuilding connections, getting back to myself, and I'm super grateful for that. And I'm super grateful for what I went through the past 12 months in order to get to where I am today, so I can really get on my shit. So I'm going to explain a couple of healthy habits that I do right now, and as I did over that 12 years whenever I was in the space to do so, to get me out of that funk. I highly recommend, when you are in a state of, I don't want to say depression. Well, I'm going to speak from my experience, right? Because I'm not a doctor. This is what I did to help my depression and to get over it, or to like, get rid of it. So for me, this is what helped me get over my depression. Kind of partaking in these practices really helped me keep me grounded and got rid of the feelings that I need to get rid of in order to feel happy and safe again. So the first thing that I've done to kind of get me out a depressive mindset or a sad mindset or anxiety-filled mindset and overthinking is meditation. And you guys know I do not play when it comes to meditation. I've been meditating for 6 years and I still do 10 minutes max, because I can't sit down and just sit inside. I could if I tried, and I do try, and it does happen, but sometimes my mind be running rampant, which is like the perfect time to do meditation. But I do meditation every single day for at least 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, it's however long I feel like it to be. I'm sorry, something keep catching my attention. And it's such a game changer in the way I deal with anxiety now, the way I deal with my overthinking and my negative thoughts, the way that I connect with the divine and my ancestors. It's such a great way to just sit in silence, get rid of your anxiety and your fear, and kind of get back to who you are and ground yourself. So I highly recommend meditation. I personally meditate on my chakras whenever I meditate. I sometimes do dancing whenever I meditate. Sometimes I do sleep meditation. There are different ways and numerous ways you can meditate. It's just a matter of finding one practice that really works for you and will help you out and make you the best that you can be. So figure it out for yourself and go with it. The next one is communing with my ancestors. Now, I'm going to say, to be honest, for the past 12 months, I've literally kind of blocked them out when I was feeling very low, because I just wanted to feel that way. I was so comfortable in feeling sad, and I was so comfortable in feeling depressed and low that I did not want anybody trying to cheer me up, not even my ancestors. Like, I was like, no, let me feel this way. Sometimes they would break through when I'm ready to connect with them, and then sometimes they'll just break through. And whenever they do break through, whenever they do get over those thoughts where I try to block them out, they really do help me by giving me words of encouragement, by me trying to, like, when I used to give them offerings, it kind of got me out of my head and got me into the state of gratitude and thanking them for the things that I needed in my life, because it's just knowing that you have a team who backs you up no matter what and wants your best no matter what you do. It's awesome. Like, just having a supportive team who's going to be there no matter what, so freaking awesome. So I highly recommend you guys commune with your ancestors, and if you don't know how to do so, it's going to be some videos linked up there in order for you to do so. But yeah, I speak with them every single day. Sometimes I speak with them in my head. Sometimes I just go to my altar and speak to them. Sometimes I go out into nature to speak to them. Like, you don't have to think too hard about speaking with them. And I know I get a lot of questions about how they don't connect with you guys, or you don't hear them, or you don't see the signs. And my advice to you is stop thinking so fucking hard. It seems like, and I'm not trying to be a bitch when I'm saying that, because I'm just saying it. That's how I speak. No, I'm stop apologizing. I'm stop apologizing for saying shit, because I just be apologizing already and nobody's get offended yet. Like, I just assume that people are going to get some. That's done. I don't apologize. I take that back. So yeah, you guys have trouble like being patient when it comes to connecting with your ancestors. You guys to realize that this is a relationship. This is you, and it also depends on what you want. Like, if you just want to connect with them because it seems fun, or you want something from them and not going to give anything in return, they're going to sense that. They're going to sense that. I mean, they're going to protect you anyways, but it's going to be like a blockage in your connection. It needs to be, pure. It needs to be from a place of, wanting to actually connect with them, wanting to not serve them, but like honor them, and kind of actually want them to help them on your path, because you cannot expect shit from them and not give anything back, like, at all. That's not how this works, okay? So keep your mind open. Do not fucking force the signs or look so hard for the signs, because they're probably right in front of your face, but you're so focused on a certain way they're going to present it to you that you're missing the signs. So pay attention to the signs around you. This can be angel numbers. This can be a song you heard that kind of really resonates. This can be a phrase or a quote you've seen. This can be somebody coming up to you and saying some shit to you about something that you're going through in your life. This can be a conversation you hear in passing and it kind of really relates to you. This can be you getting a tarot reading. Like, just really keep your mind and your heart open, your spirit open, and they're going to come to you when it's time. Trust in divine timing. Do not try to rush it. Everything happens in due time. Yeah, because I get a lot of questions about that, and I'm like, patience. Like, it took me, how long did it take me, y'all? That was 1 year. 2 years. 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, yeah, to build a stable connection with them. The first year, I say year because it was really like 6 months, 3 to 6 months. All I said was, thank you, ancestors, for all that you did. And like, when I did tarot readings, I would like, try to channel them a little bit so they can help me with the messages. But literally all I did and said every single thing was thank you. Every day was thank you, ancestors. I'm so grateful for you guiding me down my path. And I also wrote that in my journal. That's literally it. Then they will let you know what the next steps are. That's what you got to recognize as well. They will let you know at a certain time when it's time for you to go. And if you're more open, it'll probably happen quicker, but it happens when it's supposed to happen. If it happens 5 years from now, it does. If it happens a year from now, it does. If it happens a month from now, it does. You just have to be open to that. Everybody just be distracting me. And then the next thing that I did was open up my third eye. And I say open up, but because that's the easiest way. But my third eye was always open because I always see shit. But so I did that, and they contacted me that very night, and that's when the connection grew stronger. And then I took it from there and kind of took the cues on how to connect with them. Like, it'll come second nature. So it's very hard to explain my connection with them now. It's just like they're literally a part of me. Like, I could just access them whenever I want to. And once you get to that place, you understand what I mean. I cannot explain that shit. It's basically like clairaudience, clairvoyant. Your girl is clairvoyant. Another question I get is, do they show themselves into your reality? They can, but I told them not to, because they did that once, and y'all already know the story. I say this in every video whenever I talk about my ancestors. I'm a jumpy ass bitch. I really cannot handle that. I feel like I can handle it now. They just told me I can. I can. I just don't want to. I'm already jumpy, so if I see something out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, that's like a natural reaction. So probably one day I'll be open to like visually seeing spirits and shit, but yeah, I told him to cut that shit off. Cut the cord. So next is shadow work. You guys know I love shadow work. You guys love shadow work because I always do it. I'm gonna put some videos up there for shadow work as well, so pay attention to it. So shadow work is basically you doing the work to access your unconsciousness, which whatever feelings, emotions, thoughts, negativity, anger, happiness, gratitude, any of those thoughts that you cannot express on a daily basis, or any situation that you had not had the time to really process, this is when you do shadow work. Now, whenever I did shadow work, it was so eye-opening because it allowed me to express everything on my spirit, but as well as heal a lot of things that I've went through, like my toxic family cycle that I was in, that I partook in, and what they partook in. It helped me heal relationships that I had going on and kind of be a better person. Like, without shadow work, I would not have the self-awareness that I have right now. And honestly, I'm gonna make a separate video about how self-awareness as a spiritual person can become overwhelming. Like, bitch, literally everything you do, I'm so self-aware. Like, I'm so aware of the shit that I'm doing and the things that I'm saying. Like, it can get exhausting because sometimes you just want to be clueless. But when you do shadow work and you do it efficiently and, you know, for years, it's going to be easier for you to pick up on certain things that you know you need to kind of do either better or kind of express more, and it can get overwhelming. So I'm gonna make a video about that. If you guys want it, just let me know, or thumbs up this video and I'll do it. But yeah, highly recommend shadow work, and you can do this in numerous ways. The way that I do it personally is laying down on my bed. Literally, I just lay in my bed, bundle up in the covers, and cry like a little bitch. I did that a couple of days ago. Actually, I was just crying my eyes out, speaking what was on my heart. And that is how I personally do shadow work. You can also do it at your altar, speak with your ancestors, because I do that as well. You can do it in your journal. You can do it as a voice memo. There are numerous ways you can do shadow work. Just find the one that fits you. It doesn't have to be any other things that I named. If you found a way to do it, it's right. And if you find a way to do it and it works, then it's right and it's your way and you need to do it. Period. Breath work. Now, the next thing is breath work. Now, I haven't extensively done breath work, or like extensively done research on breath work, but I have been doing that lately, and I'm definitely going to do some research about it. So, you know, come along with me for the journey. Yeah, so breath work for me right now, what it means to me, because this is probably not the definition, but this is what it means to me. Breath work for me is just really deeply connecting with my breath and releasing it whenever I feel anxiety, fear, whenever I walk through the day and little things try to irritate me or anger me, I go and connect with my breath. Because if I don't, I will lose my mind. So my breath, because I have an Aries moon in my sidereal tropical chart, and I'm also a Gemini rising. I'm very quick to anger. I'm not very quick to anger, because you can't really get me. Am I? Yeah, I am. Let me know that, y'all. I'm very quick to anger. I'm used to be very quick to irritation. That's one of the things I'm working on. I had developed it and it was good a year ago, but like I said, over the past years, all those old habits and old beliefs that I got rid of came back full force, so now I'm reworking it. So I'm very quick to irritation. I'm very impatient. Like, yo, if I need something done, you better get it fucking done, okay? So breath work really allows me to breathe deeply, to really connect with my breath and know that everything's going to be fine. So what I do is take deep belly breaths. I take it for either 3 times or 5 times, or whatever number comes to my head, I do it. And I continue to breathe because I notice it works sometimes. Or beforehand, when I used to do this, I used to just stop in the middle because I thought that it didn't work, but I'm like, I didn't give it enough time to work. So if you guys give it enough time to kind of continuously breathe deeply and connect with your breath, every single day, it's going to be really easy for you to connect with that feeling of peace and tranquility and calmness, because that is the feeling I adore. I adore that feeling. So breath work really helps me to connect with that. And I definitely do it when I meditate as well, because that's a perfect time to connect with your breath and just breathe deeply and breathe out. And also you can imagine energy going into you or expelling, especially if you do energy work and you start to figure out where in your body, like what points in your body feels very heavy and stagnant and full of negative energy or stagnant energy, because that's the point I'm at right now. So if my heart chakra feels really heavy and feels like a swirling ball of energy, for me it's normally like black. So what I would do is I would breathe and I expel that energy out, and I can like see it coming out being black. Or sometimes, and then when the energy is thoroughly expelled, it's white. It turned white for me. So I am this energy, this pure white energy. That is what it looks like for me. So that's a little tip for you guys if you want to do that. But if this fucking fruit, look at that, y'all got it in real time. So next is doing my routine, and my routine typically means, you know, getting up at 6 a.m., you know, doing my spiritual practice every single day, working every single day, going to sleep on time. This is my routine. This is something that I deeply connect with. If I don't do my routine, I feel unorganized. I feel unproductive, but I'm kind of working on that energy to know that even if I don't do my routine, I'm going to be fine. I'm still abundant and successful. But yeah, when I do my routine, it just lets me know that I'm like peak, like top tier. I'm on my shit. Like everything's good. Everything's great. My routine makes me feel so good. So I highly recommend, if you are a more routine oriented person or like an organized or like to be organized person, I highly recommend doing like a set routine. For me, this is my morning routine, and then this is my night routine. I love doing both of these, and this night routine is actually new that I started. Like I wanted to do a night routine, like it's been in the works for months, but I never could get around to it. And then last night I actually did it in its entirety, and it was so great, guys. Like it was just so amazing. And I woke up today feeling so great, still a little bit tired because I just need some fucking vitamins, but I felt so great. So highly recommend you guys set a routine so you can feel better, do the things that you need to do. And your routine doesn't have to look like you waking up at 6 a.m. Your routine can look like you waking up at 12 p.m. and doing everything you need to do. Just set something that really gets you into the mood to be the best you can be. So the next thing for me is creative activities. This is gonna be a long video, I love that. So the next thing for me is gonna be a creative activities, and I am a very creative person. You guys know this. I'm literally dabbled in everything. Like I like to draw. I have an art shop. Make sure you go shop it up there, actually, if you want to see Black women as supernatural. If you want to see Black women as supernatural ethereal beings. I like to sing, I like to dance, I like to watch anime and manga because it gets me really inspired. I feel like those things are creative to me. I'm sorry, like I'm not a nut. I adore daydreaming. I like writing. I used to write on Wattpad as a kid. Like I'm a very creative person. Y'all would never see the Wattpad books I wrote, because let me tell y'all, I was on some nutty shit. I was a very depressed, and I love you inner child, because it's okay. It's okay, it's not wrong. But the shit you wrote, you gotta go to jail. And respectfully, you gotta hug your inner child and tell her, baby, you were kind of nuts, and that's fine. I still love you. But yeah, my Wattpad books was kind of nuts. Yo, and sometimes I go back and I read them, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad you're in a better place now, because I was so depressed, and you could see it in my work. You could see the pain and the tragedy that I was just feeling through. And I still like pain and tragedy, but like not for me. Well, I kind of still daydream about that. I don't know, I get hard. I don't get it. You know, I like drama. I'm a drama girl, and you know, I just gotta get into it. That's why you got the smoke cleansing, to cleanse your energy. But yeah, I love to write, I love to draw, and it kind of just helps me escape. It kind of helps me escape the world and kind of get in touch with the feeling of love, the feeling of abundance and success and like fame. I really love whenever I draw, I just get so immersed in creating characters. Whenever I write, I get immersed in creating a story. Whenever I daydream, good times. So it's just a really great thing to do. I highly recommend you guys find a creative activity that can become a hobby. Unfortunately for me, I am a life path 8, so I make my hobbies into money, dollar bills. But I still have some great hobbies like anime and manga that I love to share with you guys. So yeah, highly recommend you find a creative hobby that can just get you out of your head and just into life and enjoy life and not really focus too much on thinking about shit. Okay? Next is going into nature. So going into nature is so therapeutic because you get to just see everything in its entirety, see everything being beautiful, seeing Mother Nature doing its work, and you kind of immersing yourself. Humans are naturally drawn to nature in some way, shape, or form. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of the bugs, but they can have their thing. But I just really like to connect with nature because it just calms my mind. It's just so beautiful, guys. I love nature. Like, it could just bring this sense of peace and calmness and beauty into your life if you've been feeling low and you don't have anything to really connect with or to feel appreciative for. Because without nature, without the trees, we wouldn't have oxygen. Without flowers, we wouldn't have the pollen so we can get the fruits and shit. Without the bees doing the pollen and fucking them, we wouldn't have the shit that we have. So like really appreciate, and it helps you like show more gratitude to what's in your life right now. Next is connecting with friends. Like I love, one thing about me, I adore my friendships. I really cherish them. I love laughing. Laughter is probably my top 10. Like laughter is my second most feeling that I just adore in this world. The first feeling is peace. Give me my peace and leave me the hell alone. But the second one is laughter. I love to laugh. Laughing just makes me connect so much with my heart chakra because I feel it right here. And I feel it right here as well. So whenever we connect with my friends, I always laugh with them. Like I literally cannot not laugh with them because them bitches are funny. You wanna know why they're funny? Because they're all fire signs. Get you a fire signs, you're gonna laugh forever. But yeah. So really connecting with your friends is just so great because you can connect with that feeling of gratitude, love, laughter, and really just, stop overthinking. You have some people to support you in your time where you're just feeling low. And in turn, you can do the same for them. You're like, so basically like humans aren't solitary creatures. We need, connections. We need relationships in any shape or form, whether that be you connecting with an animal, whether that you be, and be respectful. No bestiality. But you connecting with the animal, you connecting with the bugs. We need some form of connection. You connection with your plushies. That's so good. I mean, they're not animate, but hey, they're cute. So you do it. You have fun with it. Oh, y'all so pretty. I see some beautiful black queens. Period. Y'all go and be great. Y'all have a great day. So yeah, connect with your friends. Next is sitting in silence, which I used to love doing this, but lately I just been playing music and shit. Like I need some stimulating when I'm just silent, but I do like to sit in silence sometimes because silence can just be so purifying. Especially if you grew up in a house where all you heard was yelling. Silence for me just signifies peace, safe, security, calmness. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody when it's silent time. I literally, like, I just don't like loud noises. When my cousin be making stuff in the kitchen, I know I'm loud too, but I actually show when I'm irritated. She don't show when she irritated. That's that Libra Mars shit. But when I'm irritated, I literally just open the door and just stare at her, and she's like, "I'm sorry," and then I'll close the door. But I'm learning. But yeah, I just love silence. So sitting in silence is super great to just get out your head. And sometimes you can just think about all the things that you want to think about. Sometimes you can daydream. Silence is great for daydreaming. So I highly recommend just sitting in silence and sitting with yourself and being mindful of who you are. Just saying probably positive affirmations to yourself, or just literally letting your head rest. Like literally think of nothing. Whenever you want to hear a thought come in, be like, anyways, no, we're going to be an airhead today. We're going to tap into air placement energy today. Next is journaling, and journaling is something I've been getting to a lot lately. I do a lot with my hands, so they hurt really easily. Like I draw, I package orders, I do stuff like that. So I never really journal too much because it'll hurt my hands. It's hard being creative. But lately I've been getting into journaling, and it's been so therapeutic. As always, that's the first thing I kind of got into in order to manifest my desires, was journaling. So I love to do journaling positive affirmations, which is like the last thing I'm gonna talk about. I love journaling my manifestations. I love journaling how I feel depending on how long I need to write it. I love journaling by talking to my ancestors. Like, journaling is just such a great tool to use. So I highly recommend you get your very own journal, and you just journal everything out, and you just have fun, express your feelings, express how good you feel, bad you feel, gratitude, peace, calm, sexy, horny, it don't matter, express yourself. So yeah, and then the last thing I want to talk about is positive affirmations. Now, I've been doing this a lot lately and actually kind of believing them, because over the past 12 months I say my affirmations and I would believe them to an extent, but it never really penetrated my soul. But now everything's trying to penetrate me, and you know what? I'm gonna let y'all think about that. So what the fuck was I gonna say? See, that's why I just can't. Anyway, positive affirmations. You can do them in numerous ways. You can write them in your journal, like I said before, and it can be 3 times, 5 times, or you can just write it once, which is what I do because my hands, like I said. So I write in my journal. Sometimes I say them out loud, and after I do write them in my journal, I say it out loud 3 times at max, because for me, 3 odd numbers really represent, you know, prosperity, security for me, because I'm in root work. I do root work in hoodoo, you guys know this. So they really like odd numbers, 3, 5, 9, but mostly go like 3, 7, 9. And those, the higher the number, the more potent it'll work. So I'm lazy, so I just do 3, but I'm working towards 7, and I'm working towards 9. Just give me a time. But yeah, so I say that many times, and it just kind of penetrates my soul and kind of helps me step into the being that I know that I am. So I highly recommend you guys write positive affirmations to yourself, and it doesn't have to be something that other people wrote. Like, you could just literally write anything. Be like, I'm so happy and grateful that I had an ice cream today. That's a manifestation as well as a positive affirmation. I am so happy, grateful, and loving. I am a being who deserves everything in this life. I am a being who is successful. I love myself always. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me. Thank you, TikTok. All those things are affirmations, and if you constantly say it to yourself every single day, your mind's going to believe it. And then after your mind believe it, your heart is going to believe it. And then after your heart believe it, your energy is going to show it. And after that, your outer world is going to reflect it. So I highly recommend you guys do that in order to get some habits that'll change your life. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I really hope it helped you guys in any way, shape, or form. Tell me down below, what is one healthy habit that you're going to implement into your life, or that you're already doing that helps you immensely? Maybe I'll start doing it in my life, you know, because I like to take snatchies, bitch. Give me that fucking affirmation, give me that fucking healthy habit. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you won't miss a video from me. Make sure to stop by my shop and my Patreon if you guys like more spiritual content as well as art content. I'll see my little angel fairies next time. Bye, my loves.